Before that, I have some important instructions. I request everybody to kindly put off your mobile phones on the silent mode. Audience are requested to raise and keep standing while the procession of the dignitaries enter the auditorium, and keep standing until they occupy their chairs. I request all the parents not to move from their seats to click the photographs of your wards. The photos will be shared with you all after the program. So kindly please refrain from getting up from your chairs. And I request all the students to occupy your seats which is allotted to you. If somebody is not available, keep the chair empty, and please occupy your seats according to the number which is allotted to you. Thank you. Submitting my humble pranams to Sutturu Guru Parampara and seeking the blessings of His Holiness Jagat Guru Dr. Sri Shivratri Rajendra Mahaswamiji and His Holiness Jagat Guru Sri Shivratri Deshikendra Mahaswamiji. I, Shilpa Palaksha, Associate Professor, Department of Pharmacy Practice, JSS College of Pharmacy, take this opportunity to welcome everyone for the graduate reception of 2023. Now I request Ms. Sanjana and Ms. Jyotis to render the invocation song.
Ashtavinayaka namo namaha Ganapati Bappa Moria Om Ganganapataye namo namaha Shri Siddhi Vinayaka namo namaha Ashtavinayaka namo namaha Ganapati Bappa Moria Ekadanta Mahakaya Lambodara Gajanana Ekadanta Mahakaya Lambodara Gajanana Vikna Vinashaka Deva Hirambam Pranamamaham Vikna Vinashaka Deva Hirambam Pranamamaham Sadbhakta Jana Sandoha Kashta Sanchayana Shakam Sadbhakta Jana Sandoha Kashta Sanchayana Shakam Kama Kala Bhayatitam Shivaratri Shwaram Bhaje Shivaratri Shwaram Bhaje Shivaratri Shwaram
Thank you, Sanjana and Jyotis. I now request Dr. T.M. Pramod Kumar, Principal, JSS College of Pharmacy, Mysuru, JSS to deliver the welcome address.
On and off the dais, invitees, parents, faculty, donors, media person, and my dear graduates. I stand before you on this momentous occasion of the first graduation day celebration for the graduates of 2023. At the outset, I submit my humble pranams to the lotus feet of His Holiness Jagadguru Dr. Sri Shivaratri Rajendra Mahaswamiji, the founder president of JSS Mahavidyapita, whose contribution was enormous in establishing JSS Mahavidyapita and starting many institutions. We seek the blessings and submit sincere pranams to the lotus feet of His Holiness Jagadguru Sri Shivaratri Deshikendra Mahaswamiji, Jagadguru Sri Veera Simhasana Mahasamsthana Mat, Sri Suturuk Kshetra, the Chancellor of JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research and the President of JSS Mahavidyapita. The divine blessings and the spiritual guidance of our Holiness is responsible for the exponential growth of the institution. Because of his preoccupied schedule, he could not make it. He has conveyed his blessings for this convocation. Today, at this nostalgic moment, I would like to tell to my dear graduates to embark on the journey of life filled with passion, love, care, and ethics for fellow human beings. Lead a respectable and meaningful life. You shall all be the brand ambassadors of JSS College of Pharmacy, Mysore, and through you, the institution and the university shall receive greater accolades. It is you who are the true messengers of the college and its success. Today, we are here to witness 295 graduates who are receiving their graduation certificate after successfully completing their pharmacy courses of either Diploma in Pharmacy, B.Pharm, PharmD, or M.Pharm. The meritorious students shall also receive gold medals as a mark of excellence in their efforts. Our college, which started in the year 1973, has completed 50 years and is celebrating Golden Jubilee this year. The college is pioneer in the field of pharmacy, where it has successfully brought in a paradigm shift in the quality of pharmacy education and research. Today, the institution is ranked 7th nationally and positioning itself among the top 10 pharmacy colleges in the country by National Institutional Ranking Framework, Ministry of Education, Government of India. Today we have with us distinguished academician and researcher who is none other than Dr. Shailendra Sharaf. He is currently serving as Director, National Institution of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Ahmedabad. Dr. Sharaf has won many accolades in his tenure spanning 3 decades. He is actively associated with National Statutory Accreditation Council bodies like UGC, and he was Vice President of Pharmacy Council of India and occupied various positions in AICT, NAC, and NBA. I warmly welcome you, sir. I request Dr. G.V. Pujar to present a bouquet. Welcome you, sir. I welcome Dr. C.G. Betsurmat, Executive Secretary, JSS Mahavidyapita, under whose guidance the campus is getting aligned to the UN Sustainable Development Goals of Green Campus, Smart Campus, Plastic-Free Campus, Energy Efficient Campus, and many more. I welcome you, sir, and request you to preside over the today's graduation reception. May I now request Dr. B.M. Gurupadaya to present a bouquet. Welcome you, sir. I take this opportunity to welcome our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Surinder Singh, under whose able guidance all the institutions under the umbrella of JSS AHER have transformed in many folds. I warmly welcome you, sir. Now I request Dr. Balamuralidhar Ravi to present a bouquet. Welcome you, sir. I warmly welcome Dr. B. Manjunatha, Registrar, and Dr. Sudhindra Bhatt, Controller of Examination, JSS AHER, for their constant support and guidance. I request Dr. M. Ramesh to present a bouquet to Registrar. I request Dr. S. N. Manjula to present a bouquet to the Controller of Examination. Welcome you, sir. I welcome my colleague Dr. G.V. Pujar, Vice Principal, JSS College of Pharmacy. I request Dr. R.S. Chandan to present a bouquet. Welcome you, sir. I welcome our officers of JSS Mahavidyapita. We have with us Sri Putsabappa, Director of Finance. I warmly welcome you, sir. I welcome the deans, principal and heads of the department, faculty members, non-teaching staff, finance officers, officers of JSS AHER and its constituent colleges. Dr. B. Suresh, our Pro-Chancellor, who was also the first Vice-Chancellor of JSS University, could not make it. He has conveyed his wishes for this graduation reception. I heartily welcome all the proud parents and guardians who have accompanied the graduates to today's function. Welcome you all. I welcome all the print and electronic media who have given wide publicity for this event. I warmly welcome you all. Last but not the least, I welcome all the graduates to today's function. I also welcome the teachers of the teacher, Guru of the Gurus, Professor K. Chinnaswamy, sir, for this graduation. You have made it really very proud, sir. Thank you very much. Welcome you. I once again welcome all of you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. I take this opportunity to welcome our principal, Dr. T.M. Pramod Kumar, sir, and I request Dr. Gangadharappa, sir, to present the bouquet. Now let us proceed for the pharmacist oath ceremony. I request all the students to kindly stand up while the pharmacist oath is administered. May I request Dr. R. Sudhindra Bhatt, Controller of Examinations, JSS AHER Mysuru, to administer the pharmacist oath.
I submit my respectful pranams to the lotus feet of His Holiness Swamiji, who is the Honorable Chancellor of JS Academy of Higher Education and Research, respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, proud parents and my dear student friends. I am here to administer the pharmacist oath. I request all the graduates to please raise your hand, right hand, and repeat after me. This is the pharmacist oath. I swear by the Code of Ethics of Pharmacy Council of India, in relation with community, and shall act as an integral part of the healthcare team. I shall uphold the laws and standards governing my profession. I shall strive to perfect and enlarge my knowledge to contribute to the advancement of pharmacy and public health. I shall follow the system which I consider best for pharmaceutical care and counseling of patient. I shall endeavor to discover and manufacture drugs of quality to alleviate the suffering of the humanity. I shall hold in confidence the knowledge gained about the patients in connection with my professional practice and never divulge unless compelled to do so by the law. I shall associate with organizations having their objectives for betterment of profession of pharmacy and make contribution to carry out the work of the organization. While I continue to keep this oath unviolated, may it be granted to me to enjoy life and practice of pharmacy respected by all in all times. But should I trespass and violate this oath, may the reverse be my lot. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. B.M. Gurpadaya, Professor and Head, Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry, to announce the list of gold medalists.
Good afternoon to all. Seeking the blessings of His Holiness Jagadguru Shivaratri Kendra Mahaswamiji, it's my honor to present the list of gold medalists in B Pharma, M Pharma, and PharmD and Diploma in Pharmacy. I request the toppers to receive the gold medalist from the chief guests who are arrived here. Okay? Tanvi Bhatt, M Pharma Pharmaceutics, CGPA 9.66. This gold medalist is sponsored by Biodeal Pharmaceutical Company, Noida. Nikita V, M Pharma Pharmaceutical Regulatory Affairs, CCPA 9.53. Karen D'Souza, M Pharma Pharmaceutical Chemistry with CGPA 9.48. Sakshi Vivek Devhare, M Pharma Pharmaceutical Quality Assurance with CGPA 9.46. Shalini P. Nair, M Pharma Pharmacology, CGPA 9.42. So this medal is sponsored by Radiant Research Limited, Bangalore. Bhagyashree Behera, M Pharma Pharmaceutical Analysis with CGPA 9.16. Sankeshwari Sushmita Ajay, M Pharma Industrial Pharmacy with CGPA 9.25. Nivi Jimmy, PharmD with a percentage of 85.67. Anju. Anju James, B Pharma with an 8.75 CCPA. Anju James. Shilpa Purohit, Diploma in Pharmacy with a percentage of 80.62. Congratulations to all the gold medalists.
request all the gold medalists to stay, please assemble for the group session photo. Thank you and congratulations to all the gold medalists. Now I request Dr. Balamuralidhara V, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Pharmaceutics, to introduce the chief guest.
Thank you, Madam. Seeking the blessings of His Holiness Swamiji. Good evening, everyone. Our chief guest is a remarkable individual who has dedicated his life to teaching others and making a difference. I am profoundly delighted to take this opportunity to introduce the chief guest for the day, Professor Shailendra Sharaf. Professor Shailendra Sharaf, Director, National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Ahmedabad, Department of Pharmaceuticals, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizer, Government of India. Professor Sharaf holds a PhD degree from Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University, Sagar University, Sagar, with his research focusing on indigenous plants beneficial for liver conditions. He also obtained a master degree and bachelor degree from the same university. With an extensive teaching experience of 34 years, Professor Shailendra Sharaf has made a significant impact in academia. He has served in various administrative roles for 27 years, including positions such as Vice Chancellor of Durg University, Vice President of the Pharmacy Council of India, and Vice Chancellor of Pandit Ravi Shankar Shukla University. He has been associated with Pandit Ravi Shankar Shukla University, Raipur for a considerable period, serving as Dean, Director, and Principal of the University Institute of Pharmacy. Professor Sharaf's research experience spans 25 years, during which he has worked on numerous research projects funded by organizations like AICT, UGC, and Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology. He has provided guidance to several research scholars for 18 years. He has authored major books and more than 100 research publications in high-impact journals. Recognized for his, he has received numerous awards and honors. This includes the Dr. K.R. Parikh Award, the Fellow of International Institute of Organizational Psychological Medicine, the Platinum Jubilee Lecture Award from the Indian Science Congress, and multiple awards from IPA and APTI. He has also been honored with various awards from his alma mater from Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University, Sagar. Professor Sharaf has been actively involved in professional bodies and association at national and international levels, and has held key position in organizations such as IPA, Indian Society of Pharmacognosy, IPC, etc. Additionally, he has served as a member of international bodies like ACPE, USA, and UNESCO Chair in Bioethics. Professor Sharaf also has extended his collaboration with the state government bodies, including the Drug Control Department and Ayush for technical education and scientific development. And Dr. Shailendra Sharaf as additional in charge of NIPER Hyderabad. It is an honor to have him as a chief guest here today, who is a true leader and an inspiration to many. With this brief introduction, I request our chief guest to address the gathering. Thank you.
Good evening. I will start my statement with my respect and pranams to His Holiness Lotus Feet Swami Shivaratri Deshkendri Swamiji. We always seek his blessings, and this I am practicing for last 20 years. So if I have achieved a little in this society, so there is a contribution of Honorable Swamiji. He always bless me. So I pay my respect and pranam once again to his lotus feet. Today, the Executive Secretary of Mahapita, C.G. Ballur Matji, the Vice Chancellor, Surinder Singh Ji, the Principal, other authorities, the living legend and Bhish Pitama of pharmacy profession, most respected, Chinna Swami Sahab, the proud parents, dear graduates of year 2023, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I have long association with this organization, and I have seen how this organization has grown. I have prepared a convocation address, but after joining this gathering and energy, it seems I have to pour my heart. I'll share my written statement through mail and all that, but I speak on my own. The reason being, this is the place which is the real translation of the Vedic traditions. There is a slok, Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Shah Viryam Karvavahi Tejasvi Navaditamastu Ma Vit Vishabahi. Meaning, we, the teacher and the student, will sit together, learn together, enjoy together, and then contribute to the society. But the last warning is, they request Almighty to prevent ourselves from the arrogance out of this education. And that is only possible when we are sitting, you are studying in an institution like JSS, which is run in the name of Almighty. So you are luckiest person on earth that you are still the ambassador of the old heritage of India. Congratulations for graduating from this institution. Friends, you belong to a profession which is really new. Only 70-year-old profession. I am talking about modern pharmaceutical sciences. I am not talking about Ayurveda, which is Soyam Ayurveda Sasutam Anaditvat. Without any, it is eternal, without any beginning or end. But your modern pharmaceutical sciences is only 70-year-old. And you will surprise when 1960s, the first syrup was prepared, only sugar was indigenous. In 1970, we prepared our own first medicinal tablet. And see, we are standing in 2023, and we are considered as a pharmacy of the world. We are third as far as the volume of export concerned, generic concerned. and by value we are 13 in the world. 60% of vaccine we are supplying to the world. This is the quantum of the work done by your senior leaders in this country. We have achieved a lot, but still long way to go. Again, I have been reminded with a Sanskrit speciality. When the sentence is pronounced twice, it becomes dictum. This says, Bheshajya Devo Bhava. It means, pharmacist, you are like God. But when it repeated again, it is a directive, it is dictum. Bheshajya Devo Bhava. It means, Bheshaj, behave like God. So journey is from Bheshajya Devo Bhava to Bheshajya Devo Bhava. You have to remain God. You have to behave like a God. And this oath you have entered today in front of the Bhishma Pitamaha of this profession. At least you remember Dr. Chinnaswamy was here when you are taking the oath of pharmacy. World has changed a lot. And people like me, we are jealous of this generation because when we were studying, opportunities were not there. Very few opportunities were there. But sky is the limit with this generation, provided you have competence and you have zeal to work. Why I am saying so? You just study the science like me. I was a student of Sanskrit throughout before joining pharmacy. I learned English after entering in the pharmacy institution. So it gave me a opportunity to connect with the cultural heritage and literature. If you want to plan, if you want to vision yourself, you have to find out certain things. And they are already mentioned in your ancient text and granthas. You have to vision for yourself. And for this vision, there is a shloka in the Gita. If you want to start any work, adhisthatam tatha karta karnam chak pratak vidam vividast pradas pratak chesta devam chavatra panchamam. There are 5 components. All management theories depends on this slokas of Bhagavad Gita only. Adhisthanam, there must be an organization. Karta, the doer. There's need to have a specific goals. And you have to put vivid chesta, all sort of your efforts. And last is Devam Chavatra Panchamam, the prudence of God, blessings of God. And if you translate into modern world, the God is your customer. Customer satisfaction, your God. All things are included in your text, ancient text. You have to just go back, sit back, and you just go through this, and you just reminded that you have to work. You belong to a great legacy, great civilization, and you have to run in this direction. One more caution I am giving you. This caution I have just experienced based. The student studying in India, graduating from India, working in India, and a student graduated from India and working in Western world are different in exposure, but different in performance also. But the training is same. Why? We are, the people of India, are victim of the narratives of the Western world. They always define what you are. This is time to define yourself. Write your own narrative. This is said in English literature. Until the lion tells their own story, the history of hunt will always glorify the hunter. Become the lion, write your narrative, and let the world know your narrative. We are no more backward country. We are no more developing country. When we are supplying the whole of the world, we are the leaders. But we need to have contemporary thought process also. While world is recognizing India as a pharmacy of the world, what is next? We should not be happy enough to sit down and relax. What is next? We are demonstrated to the world the capacity, the production capacity, but what is next? Next is The responsibility of all the graduates, the youth of this nation, is to conceive an idea that we want to become the world pharmacy laboratory. There's need to have innovations. There's need to have a well-established ecosystem for the new inventions and translated into innovations. While I'm talking about this, I also urge upon the institution, because it is rightly said, the capacity of academia to translate the academic research into financial gains derives the respect of the nation. And you have to contribute significantly, come out of the shell. We had a great culture. We have written Gita, we have Puranas, and we have not protected the property right. But this is the time when we are living in a world where people are commanding the respect just because of concept of mind over matter. We have to think, we have to decide, we have to protect it, we have to ensure, come out of the modesty, ensure that you are translating your ideas into commercial gains. This you are already doing while working in the Western world. But this type of, we can say, feeling of proud you have to burn you in our heart. And you have reason to be proud of your nation and yourself. Only thing, you should have a specific vision to translate. Look towards your vision, otherwise you will reach where you are looking at. You're very focused. What is the necessity? Because you are graduating today, first you have to ensure that you are lifelong learner. Why I am saying so? As a teacher, I have seen the journey. When I started my studies, it was said, "Padhoge, likhoge to banoge nawab, kheloge koodoge to banoge kharab." The translation was, one degree is enough to lead your life successfully. That was, I'm talking about 60s. Then comes the second industrial revolution, where it was supposed that graduates are further finishing their skills and they are learning new skills. Then comes the third industrial revolution, where there was the integration of the, IT, and you were supposed to learn the information technology. But the real contemporary society is different. We are living in fourth industrial revolution, and it came very silently. It's amalgamation of physical sciences, biological sciences, and information technology. And one simple example is enough to describe what is the expectation. A few years back, I was seeing this press conference of one of the best phones, mobiles of that time, Nokia, and the CEO was saying, we were not wrong, we have not committed any mistake, but still we lost. What was the mistake? They failed to keep eyes their competitor, they failed to keep eyes on the expectation of their customers, so they lost. And that was the realization among the thought leaders that the fourth industrial revolution already in society. So for this, if you want to survive, you want to command the respect, you have to learn the art of resilience, and you have to adopt the fourth academic, paradigm shift of teaching and learning, that is lifelong learning. And this particular lifelong learning, what you have to ensure that you have sufficient skills and guts to unlearn and relearn. You have to learn the concept of formatting your brain. You are competent enough to format your mobile, your computers, but this you have to learn how to remove the obsolescence and adopt new tools and techniques if you want to remain contemporary. Otherwise, you will be lost like this Nokia CEO, committed no mistake, done nothing wrong, but still lost. So make sure your journey is on. Quality alone is sufficient by survival, but quality is not an accident. Result may be an accident, but quality is sincerely an outcome of sincere and serious efforts put together, years together, then only you can say this is of quality. You have to learn to have the dragonfly vision. What is different in dragonfly eyes? There are thousands of pairs of lenses in a dragonfly eye, and he has a real 360 vision. This 360% vision is expected in your eyes, as far as professional eye is concerned, where the profession is going, and what is new skill set you have to acquire in order to remain contemporary. You have to respect ambiguity. Need not to be driven by the circumstances, need not driven by the set pattern of the society. You have to learn to think differently. I can quote one simple example of a mining industry of Australia. They were working how to reduce the tire change time of a big bulldozers and machines. And in young, this CEO suggested to go and study the Formula One race to reduce the time of the tire changing. That is the approach. Come out of the shell. In India, we all are doing extraordinary good. All are sacred islands, but connect is missing. Start immediately connecting. Need not to remain in the shell, in the well. और ये चीज मैं आज नहीं बोल रहा हूं, this is already said 10,000 years back. Shushruta said, एकम शास्त्र मध्यानो ना विद्या च शास्त्र निश्चयम tasmat bahushrut jnana vijaniya chat chikitsa. If you are a medical practitioner and knowing only medical practice, you cannot be a good doctor. You are supposed to learn many trades, then only you will be able to become a good doctor. Connect. And rightly, United Nations has passed the resolution, and this resolution based on the hypothesis of Sushruta. What they are saying, there is a sufficient scope for the interprofessional learning in medical education, if I'm not wrong. So you have to learn this skill to connect with other medical professionals like nurses, other paramedical nurses, then you will be able to survive. There are several traits are required. At the same time, you have to learn the art of self-assessment and peers by your customers. Then only you will be able to survive. हमारे जो गुरुजी होते थे वो कुछ हमें श्लोक सुनाते थे. Those shlokas are very relevant even today. Today, one of the biggest questions in the scientific fraternity is reliability of the data. We are afraid to publish negative data. And this reminded me one important lesson to be learned. This is example of Jivak. Jivak was a 5th century physician of Bhagwan Buddha. And he was double crowned physician of his time. And what his training was going on, he was given an assignment to go in the nearby forest and within 15 days come out with a herb which is not having any medicinal value. Jivak spent 6 months, came back with nothing, and said, I am not eligible for convocation like this. His teacher said, you are the only person who is eligible for convocation, and I am awarding you the degree with flying colors, and that was the Jivak. And at that time, the shlokas was written, Amantram aksharam nasti, nasti mulona aushidhim, ayogyah purusho nasti, yojkastatra durlabha. It means there is not even a single word which cannot be converted into shlokas. There is not even a single herb which cannot be used as a medicine, who cannot be used properly. Only problem, the user who identified the person, the herb, or the word to translate into next level. This capacity you have to develop. Everything is useful, but you have to learn how to better utilize and make sure that it is useful in society. You have learned many sciences. If I ask, you will give me a list of pharmacopoeias of the world. But मेरे गुरुजी बोलते थे, यथा खरस चंदन भारवाही भारत से बेता न तो चंदनस्य एवं ही शास्त्राणि बहुर्दीत्य अर्थानि मूला खरबत बहंती. It means there is a donkey who carries the sandalwood but not aware of its smell. Likewise, if you are knowing several pharmacopoeias and if you are not aware of its spirit, or if you are not applying in your practice, then you are also like this donkey who is carrying the sandalwood and unaware of its quality. So I believe you are graduating from a big institution, so you have additional responsibility because you have to become successful for yourself, no doubt, but at least you have to make your parents proud, your institution proud, and your nation proud. Then only you will be able to justify your life on this beautiful planet by making that you are trying your level best to make this beautiful planet more beautiful to live for generations to come. On this auspicious day, I bless you all the very best, and I am sure, and you must also remember, one day you will become the accomplished leader of your own field. But remain connected with your teachers and with your institution, then only you will ensure that your lifelong learner inside you is living significantly and successfully. You are contributing to the profession, the society. I thank the organizers for giving this opportunity to speak, to share my words. I had a separate set of convocation address, but looking to the energy, I am just pouring my views of my heart, and I will really thankful to the organization. और मैं अगेन पुनः मैं महा स्वामी जी के चरणों में अपने प्रणाम प्रेषित करता हूँ और आशा करता हूँ हम सभी पर इस पृथ्वी पर उनका आशीर्वाद बना रहे और हम अपने अपने क्षेत्र में अपनी उन्नति को प्राप्त कर सकें। नमस्कार, जय हिंद।